Hi everyone, we are on part 2 of lesson 1, volume of rectangular prisms. Today we're going to find the missing dimension. Let's get started by drawing our 3D figure. We're going to draw a rectangular prism, and just like the last time, we start with a rectangle, and we're going to position it like this time. And then we draw the identical rectangle, but it's called a translation. We're going to slide it up and over. So I'm going to start it over here, and I'm going to make this dotted line because we're not going to be able to see through it once it becomes a 3D figure. So we have our two rectangles that should be exactly the same. Those are actually parallel to each other, and it's going to be the front and the back of our rectangular prism. Now we make our edges. So we're going to take this vertex, the top left, from the front rectangle, the top left vertex from the back rectangle, and we're going to draw a line, and that will become the edge of our rectangular prism. We're going to do the same thing with the lower left vertex of the front, the lower left vertex of the back, and we're going to connect those vertices, plural for vertex, and that will become the edge of the bottom and the side of this 3D figure. Then we're going to do the same thing on the right. So we're going to take the bottom right vertex, the back right, and we're going to connect those together. And then we're going to take the top right, or the back right, and the front right, and we're going to connect those. So there is our rectangular prism. I'm going to add some dimensions. The length here will be 6 meters. The width here will be 4 meters. And our height is from here to here. That is going to now become my missing dimension once I'm given the volume. So the volume, how much cubic meters would fit in here, the volume is given to us is 84 meters cubed, or 84 cubic meters. So I've written out the steps for you for given the volume, find the missing height here. So take a moment after we go through all this and write all of this down and keep it in your notes nice and neat and organized. So the first step is write the formula. So I know the formula for volume is V for volume equals length times width times height, and we use our variables and formulas. So now I'm going to substitute the given dimensions. So the given dimensions are the volume they gave me, which is 84. They gave me the length here, which is 6. They gave me the width, which is 4. And the missing dimension is h. That's my unknown. That's what I have to find out. All right, so from here, the third step is multiply, which means do whatever I can to simplify that part of our formula or equation. So 84 equals 6 times 4 is 24, and 24 times h is 24h. So I did my third step, I multiplied. My fourth step, solve for the variable, which is h in this case, by using the inverse operation. So the inverse, or the opposite of multiplication, is division. So in order to get h all by itself, or to solve for h, the opposite of multiplying by 24 is dividing by 24. So if I divided 24 by 24, I get 1, so that would leave my 1h here. And if I divided 84 by 24, I would get 3.5. So when we showed that part of the equation, algebraically, we would keep that balance. We started algebra right before we left school. But if you recall from our algebra lesson, we have to do the same thing to both sides of the equal sign. So what I did here was I divided 24 by 24 to get h, and 84 divided by 24 is 3.5. So my missing dimension for h should be 3.5. The very last thing I need to do is check it to make sure that that actually is the correct answer. So I check my solution by replacing it into the original formula. So my original problem was 84 equals 6 times 4 times h. So we said h is 3.5. So let's find out if this works. 84 times 6 times 4. And I said that h was 3.5. So I know that 6 times 4 is 24. And if I worked out 24 times 3.5 off to the side, or actually I would use my calculator because you will be allowed to use your calculators, you do get 84. So it checks out that 84 equals 84, check. So this is the check part. So you can go ahead and stop this video, slow it down, re-watch it, take these notes nice and neatly in your math spiral so you have them to use when you're doing your homework. All right, have a great day, everyone. Bye.